Hey guys, years ago, my parents converted the home that we grew up in for many years to a personal care home for older adults who had mental challenges. They kept adding on room by room by room and eventually had enough rooms in the house to accommodate 12 people. The 12 ladies came to live with us, and we grew to love them just as if they were our own family. In fact, they were our own family. Um, each year, mother and daddy would want to take them on a vacation. And as a result, I ended up being I guess, the travel guide or the vacation leader or whatever. But we would ask them where did they want to go, and they all love country music. So they always wanted to end up going to Nashville, Tennessee, where Country Music USA was and the Grand Ole Opry was. They just couldn't wait to see some of the stars and celebrities that they loved and listened to on the radio all the time. Now, if you've done any type of work with different individuals who have mental challenges, for the most part, ones that have been and lived in an institution most of their life, that when you take them out of a structured setting like our home and take them anywhere out in the public, pretty much, they can sometimes be a challenge to keep a tab on. And it's like it's a brand new world because it's something that they've never experienced before. So we really had to be careful when we were with them. So what they wanted to do, they wanted to go to the Opryland Park. It was an amusement park, sort of like Dollywood, that used to be in Nashville many years ago. And so we were all in the park. And, since they were out of their structured environment, I had to count all day long. I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure that I had everybody in our group with us. I was really like a tour guide with a little flag, saying, follow me. So we are in the park and we're going from musical program to musical program, and they are enjoying it just beyond reason. And we're all having a good time together. So, they were pretty much used to listening to me to give them instructions as to this is where we're going to go, this is what we're going to do. So all of a sudden, the skies just opened up and it was a rainstorm. There was no thunder, there was no lightning. It was just one of those summer showers. So I gave them all the option. I said, okay, guys, we can either leave the park and go over to the Opryland Hotel and look at it and see all the wonderful things it has, or I can get the little slickers and we can put a slicker on, a little rain slicker, and stay in the park. Well, they didn't know what a rain slicker was, but they said, oh, Miss Cat, let's get the rain slickers. So I bought them all a rain slicker, and they were just a little plastic, and they're very generic. They were all either bright blue or bright orange, and they had a little Opryland logo up on the chest. And once you got them on a person, all you could see was their little face coming out of the hood, and you could see their feet and their hands hanging down from under the sleeves of the slicker. So I'm tearing out the packages, tearing them open, putting the slicker on each person. And as I put the slicker on each person, I grab them by the shoulders and I'm lining them up. And in my head, I'm counting 1, 2 to make sure I have everything. Well, I stop when I have my hands on the shoulders of a man that I do not recognize. And it is apparent that I have lined him and his wife up with our group. And I didn't even have sense enough to take my hands off of his shoulders. I just looked at him. I said, you're not a part of our group. And he looked at me and he said, we know it. And I said, why did you let me line you and your wife up with our group? And he said, gave me the cutest little grin and winked at me. He said, ma'am, we thought it was best to do exactly what you said. Well, to say that I was embarrassed would have been an understatement, and I apologized to them, got my slicker back off of them, and they went on about their way into the amusement park. My mother, even when she was going through the stages of Alzheimer's, remembered that incident and would pick at me about it and say, yeah, my great national healthcare professional speaker goes all over and line these strangers up with us. So she got a big kick out of it. So what that little incident taught me was that I recognized and understood that I don't have to have all the answers, that I don't need to direct everyone's actions. I don't have to take care of everybody else. I'm going to fully appreciate that others can contribute and be responsible for their own actions. Won't you join me? just for this week.